over game. But it's not over because it's another daily dose of morphine.
Welcome back to Murphine, everybody.
Normally, people would cut out burps and they would edit that out. Here at Murphine, we encourage a lack of
We have
hygiene.
two things that we keep burps in for. One, they're funny. Two, I'm too lazy to edit it out, so it's staying in there.
It was really more so the latter, but like it's also something we can point out and go.
Sean burped on camera. P.S. That wasn't Sean. Welcome back to Murphine. Playing more Crash Bandicoot. On the same level that we've been playing with for a while.
Yeah, for a couple episodes. Hey, at least it's not that one level.
It's starting to turn into it. I don't remember what the level was before this one.
It was I couldn't. We've also taken a bit of a break because, you know, we're on our Doom kick now, too.
Or Doom kick?
So, yeah, we're playing Crash Bandicoot.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you just need 2 more apples.
Nice. Dang it. I should have just kept it paused there. It's just like a memorial thing where, like, whenever like we get to like the 69 apples, we just pause. There's a moment of silence. It's like when you play ping pong and when you get the score 9-11, you do a moment of silence. Do you play by those rules?
Nope.
Oh.
I never forget those rules, though. I got pounded for that dumb joke.
Because it was funny and patriotic. A dynamic duo.
Patriotic humor. Even better than political humor.
What's the difference? Alright, Patrick, don't get political up in here.
Up in here.
Up in there.
Why you make me lose my mind?
Up in here, up in there. What is this? Are we there yet? With Ice Cube? Remember
As Britney Spears once said, "Oops, there it is."
Do you remember the sequel to Are We There Yet? The great film Are We Done Yet?
Don't remember watching Are We There Yet?
It's a great comedy film.
Nothing against Ice Cube. I watched 21 or 22 Jump Street. And the really crappy Triple X movie. He was in both of those.
Hey, Ice Cube's great, though.
Ice Cube is great.
His son's a great actor,
I don't know
too.
if I like him more than Ice-T, though.
You know, it just depends on the flavor for me. Like, you know, is it an Arnold Palmer? Is it,
Alright, Sean's doing this show by himself now.
Hey guys, so David walked away. And now, I get to finally share my true feelings. Have you ever just sat back and wondered, why can't communism work? Me too. And that's why I'm here to tell you that this show is actually communist propaganda. So join the movement. Join the fight. Oh, hey, David, welcome back.
Now that I'm back, YouTube, please don't ban us.
If you didn't tell, that was a joke.
Humor.
Yeah, sure. Humor. Oh, yes. Oh, yeah, so Last of Us. I never got to my point.
Get to your point.
Okay, so if you missed last episode, what are you doing here? Also, we were talking a little bit about Last of Us Part 2. So spoilers, if you have not played The Last of Us Part 2, I'll give you a second. Overall, I think what the game does so well, as I die, is it makes you think and just the emotional resonance with what you're feeling. And I think people had, like, false expectations because it's not really a sequel to The Last of Us. It's a continuation of the story. You know, it's very much The Last of Us Part 2. It's not The Last of Us 2.
Isn't that what a sequel is?
To a certain extent, yes, but like I think they were very strategic in the naming of Part 2. Because what you do at the end of the first Last of Us very much has a consequence. You know, like remember the part where you go into like, like get Ellie, and like you walk into like the operation room. Everyone shot the surgeons, right? I wasn't the only one on that. Like I thought of and like meticulously planned how I could brutally murder each and every one of them.
No, I didn't kill Abby's dad.
You didn't?
Nope. And then the part 2, which is what a sequel is.
But like, okay, but like I think it's different though, because like yes, that's what a sequel is, but like I think like The Last of Us 2 could be like more far removed and like something else. I mean, yes, it's still a sequel, but like this one, it's very much like, there's The Last of Us Part 1, there's The Last of Us Part 2. I think they very much play off of each other. You know what I mean? I could be wrong. I could just
do know what you mean. I don't agree with you thinking that doesn't make it a sequel.
No, it's
John
still
Wick. John Wick Part 2, even though it's not called John Wick Part 2, is the sequel to John Wick 1.
No, I'm still saying it's a sequel, but like, okay, maybe I'm just not getting my point across well.
Nope. But that's okay. Because we love you. Bless America. Because we love you, and we got a free rug out.
Oh,
Simpsons movie references. We got them.
We got them in plentiful abundance. Ugh. Look at me go.
Yeah. Wonder what the next level looks like.
Me too, man. I wonder if we'll ever get there.
Wake me up when this level ends.
Boo, 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 boo. Crash has come and passed.
He's drowned a lot. We burnt his trash.
We forgot which levels last. I feel like at a certain point the game's gonna be like, oh come on, even you can do this. Seriously.
So there's a lot of Mario games. I'm a big Mario dude. And it's a lot of the Mario memorabilia that Lauren and I have stashed away in our apartment.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a certain point where if you die in newer Mario games, that the game's just like, alright, you need a hint? And they bring in a Luigi block. And Luigi helps you out. Crash didn't do that. There's no Coco block where she jumps in and is like, here, I'm gonna help you out.
Right.
And Sean's too stubborn to share the load, so he's gonna do this until the end of time.
Listen, I'm glad you understand. That's the one thing. I very much got my family's inerrant stubbornness when I very well shouldn't be, because I have no right to be stubborn about this game, because I'm not good at it.
Agreed.
Agreed.
All I got from my family was our inability to be taller than 5'9".
It's funny because like my family's very much the same way, but I'm the tallest in my entire family. I'm 6'1". So my dad will always say, "Hey Lee, how tall was the mailman?" It was funnier to us.
It was cringe humor.
Hey, I live off
cringe humor,
dude. I live off cringe humor. Like Borat, subsequent movie film, is like one of my favorite things ever.
For more in-depth convo about Borat Part 2, not the sequel,
It's a spear.
Go to our Doom Let's Play. I think episode 2 and 3 we talked a little bit about Borat.
Oh, that's right. Man, time flies when you make subsequent movie film. Right, Borat? That's right. That was just her.
The silence afterwards.
And the me falling almost to my death.
But not quite, unfortunately.
Uh-huh. Crash falling flat on his face, just like I did after half of the jokes I've made this evening. Put it sizzle.
It's steak.
Like A1 sauce on a Texas afternoon. I don't know. You know what I was gonna say though?
No.
Instead of having a little Coco block, we should have a little Coco Beware block. Where
Just
Coco
the
Beware.
little parrot comes in.
Yeah. If you don't know.
Wrestling references. We got them. You might not understand them.
Listen, man. If you've stayed long enough, if you're still watching this, there's a solid chance you know who Coco Beware is. And if you don't, well, it's time to beware of Coco Beware. I do bar mitzvahs. Okay, Jenna.
No pressure. This is your last life again.
I'm used to it at this point.
Makes one of us.
Aren't you used to seeing me stuck at this game?
No, I forget of how much you get stuck every week.
Aww.
It's either that or I get hopeful.
Like maybe I practiced a little bit.
Maybe I should not hope for that though.
Well, like what fun would that be? Like I come back actually good at the game.
Watch any of my solo videos. Or watch our Doom Let's Play even.
Hey, now you've only played like 45 minutes of that game.
Yeah, I'm doing pretty good.
Yeah, you're 45 minutes in. This is like halfway. Are we halfway there?
Through that game?
Through this game?
Through this game? You might be halfway through the game.
You're kidding.
Maybe. That's what I'm saying. Your stubbornness is slowing this down. But
We're gonna
you know
be-
what? You keep being stubborn. I'll just keep watching.
But like, I gotta give the people what they want, right?
If they want to see another level sometime soon.
So anyway, back to Murphy.
Oh, topic for today.
How bad I am at games, I guess.
Yeah. What video game do you think is your kryptonite? What's the besides Crash Bandicoot? What's the game that you will never play again because you struggled so hard at playing?
My list is extensive.
It starts with Crash Bandicoot.
Right now, Crash Bandicoot is definitely up towards the top of that list. That's a good question. I feel like I'm one of those people that like I have a hard time wanting to go back to games sometimes. So to me, it's more so a testament to a game when I want to replay it. I would say, man, that was just graceful.
Yeah, that was pretty
Yeah,
bad.
if only y'all could have seen what we just saw.
Yeah,
that was
only,
like some-
only I'm allowed to say that. Well, that was pretty hot.
Yeah, that's true. Anyway, I can't say that because Ren's more like my sister, and Barry, but mostly sister thing. Anywho, I would say when I think of like games that were like my kryptonite or like super hard for me, like there's certain games where I just know for a fact that I just can't do, and so for me, I go to like Dark Souls right away. You know what I mean? Like for me, when I think of a game that's my kryptonite, there's just certain games where it's just like, okay, listen, I just can't even touch the thing because I know it's not going to work out well. But overall, like, you know, in all seriousness, I feel like I'm actually not that bad of a gamer. I think for me, if I had to list like a genre of games that are like my nemesis, it's platformers like this that require patience and timing and persistence for me, like I'm very much like a go 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 kind of gamer.
Power Rangers.
Exactly. As the great Power Rangers would say, go go Power Rangers. So for me, like I'm always so for me just platformers just aren't my thing all the time, but that doesn't mean I don't like playing, you know? So I would say the long story short, uh I suck at games. How about you? What's your kryptonite?
I don't have one. I'm good at every game I've ever played. This is my wife laughs at me. I mean, when I first played Dark Souls, I didn't pick up on it right away. But now that I'm kind of a master at it, I wouldn't say I'm a master at it. I'm good enough to beat the game.
Right.
But are you familiar with Sekiro?
Yep.
The ninja version of Dark Souls, essentially. Yep. Way harder of a game. When I first bought that, I played until the first couple bosses came up, and I put it down. I couldn't figure it out.
Yep.
I've gotten very good at that game now, and I've beaten that a couple times. Might play it on this channel. I'm probably definitely going to play it on Green Energy, so check that out. But I recently have purchased the 3D Mario All-Stars for the Switch, which has Mario 64, which I mentioned earlier in this series I hadn't played before. And then it has Mario Sunshine and Mario Galaxy, which I haven't played Sunshine before, but I'm pretty good at that. Mario 64 ticks me off because I'm not great at it. Part of it I will put on the game, and I'm sorry Nintendo if it offends you, but your camera sucks in Mario 64.
I feel like that game's notorious for being like an all-time great game, but having a terrible camera.
I think it's known for setting the milestone for what platformers should be.
Yep.
Rightfully so. Camera was trash.
Well, it revolutionized platforms. You know, it showed that you didn't just have to do a 2D platformer. You can you can expand the camera. You know, you don't have to stick to one lane. You know, even with the terrible controller that is the N64 controller, which I will die on the hill on, of how did they look at that and go, that's how a human hand
That's the
works.
one we want.
Yeah. Like, oh yeah, human hands can totally grab 3 different handles on one controller. That makes sense.
That was the remote I grew up playing with. That's the system I played with since I was a wee little lad.
Oh, I did too. I love that thing. But like,
ow.
That hurt my soul.
It hurt everyone's soul. Everyone watching, everyone playing, everyone alive.
I'm feeling like I need to come to my senses and hand over the controller at some point.
I mean, before the new year would be great.
Before the new year? You know, the fact that we got through an election cycle and I still haven't beaten this level probably says I should hand over the controller soon. But it's fine.
You say it's fine. In reality, it's not fine.
I feel attacked on a personal level.
I mean, what?
I mean, huh?
Did I do that?
My brother, he's one of those people, so like, I didn't know, like, I knew, like, speedrunning was a thing, but I didn't know how much of a culture there was around it.
Yeah, it's huge and massive, and I don't do anything with it, so I don't like speedrunning personally.
Yeah.
I'll continue.
My brother is gotten really into speedrunning Super Mario, like Mario 64 specifically, and so he actually can beat the game in about 25 to 30 minutes. And the crazy thing is just seeing, like, because the thing is, really all speedrunning is just, like, knowing how to break the game in a fashion in which you can get to the finish line. It's not even about, like, actually, like, mastering the game. It's just mastering certain glitches. And so, like, speedrunning, like, I respect it because, you know, to like, be that dedicated to something. I mean, like, no, it's stupid. But, like, you know, it's also, like, it's also fascinating to watch. You know what I mean? Like, people that, like, set the world record for beating a game. David's just shaking his head.
See, here's where I differ, okay? I think speedrunning is good. However, I ran cross country for years. There's a difference between being the fastest runner on the track and having the fastest time than being the first one done because you broke all the rules and you kicked everybody. I think if he could beat the game in 25 minutes without glitches, I would be impressed. I think that there shouldn't that shouldn't be um, a way to speedrun breaking the game. So that's why I guess I don't see the art of speedrunning because I just see a bunch of people saying, "Oh, I skipped a couple frames because I paused the game at this moment and I confused it." It's like, no, that's not speedrunning. That's breaking the game so you don't that's laziness to me. And Ian, if you're listening, I'm sorry, but I stand by my opinion.
Don't worry, he's not listening. It's just one of those things where, I even just listening to people talk about certain games, I didn't know that God of War 2 has a following of people that speed run that game.
Dark Souls has one too.
Yeah, Dark Souls. Oh my gosh, I can't even fathom. Do those people see sunlight? That's a genuine question.
Nope.
Yeah, I knew the answer to it.
Because I know cheap ways to skip bosses, but not using glitches.
Right.
You can technically skip bosses in the game. You don't have to beat all of them. I think that takes the fun away. It's kind of like if you were gonna skip most of these levels. I'm sure you want to skip this one, but that takes away from the experience. And so,
yeah, don't worry. This is definitely not a speed run. Rest assured.
We would not be doing great.
No. You could maybe make the argument we were on speed.
Which we're not.
Definitely not. Look at that, though.
You're doing better. I think me pushing you to finally beat the level is making you finally beat the level.
Sometimes I just need... We spoke too soon, ladies and gentlemen.
Alright, this is where we lose.
Snap back to reality. Oh, there goes gravity. Oh.
Crash is dead to me. Oh.
I'm gonna sit back. I'm gonna watch how this works and see if I can notice a pattern. Woo!
We both just had a mini heart attack.
True. Enough to get our heart doctors concerned.
Oh no.
He said there was no way.
There's no way. Jose.
Who?
You a Family Guy, Sean?
I used to be more of a Family Guy guy. I still absolutely love Seth MacFarlane.
Mm-hmm.
I have moods where I'm really into Family Guy, and then I have moods where I think the show is stupid. And then I have moods where I think it's stupid how much genuine laughter I get out of it. I'm sorry, I paused because I hate myself. Anyway, no, yeah, I definitely think the show's hilarious. I think the one thing about Family Guy sometimes is they are so into cultural humor and cultural references, but I feel like half of the references they make are not understandable to a solid portion of the American people.
Because we're all stupid.
True. So I love the Ted movies because I feel like it's very much that Family Guy humor done in a way that's more
live action.
Yeah, but also their references are less obscure. One of my favorite movie-going moments was seeing Ted 2, and they make a Robin Williams on 9/11 joke that just shocked me to my core, but I also just wheeze laughed at for a solid like 10 minutes. It was so good. The rest of the movie, not that great, but that one moment, yeah, fantastic.
I don't think I ever saw it. I saw the first one, thought it was funny.
If you liked Ted 1, you'd like Ted 2.
If you like Space Jam 1, you'll like Space Jam 2, whatever that.
No. No.
The less talked about Space Jam 2.
No, we are not a Space Jam 2 channel. We have to make a we have to make a stand. We have to make a stand on Space Jam 2, and we are adamantly anti Space Jam 2.
Heard it here first.
Am I gonna go see it in theaters? Absolutely. Am I gonna see it at least twice or 3 times? You betcha. Am I gonna hate it? Probably.
Just imagine what people were thinking of Space Jam 1 when that came
Now people are looking at me going, Sean, you know that movie's literally just a shoe commercial, right? And to that I say, well, duh, yeah, but like, it's the coolest shoe commercial ever. Also, people are like, Sean, you know Michael Jordan's a terrible actor, right? I'm like, well, yeah, it's part of the charm. Like, the thing about Space Jam is that movie is so bad that it is brilliant. Like, it's like if The Room had a kid's show. You know what I mean?
Hey, The Room is good too. I did not hit her. It's not true.
It's BS. It's not true. I did not.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Believe in you. See if you can figure this out on your own. Hey. Gotta keep going.
Oh.
All the way to the end.
Oh. It's not nice.
He almost had it.
Hey, now I know.
More you know. Well, we'll give this one more shot. If you make it through, we're gonna wrap it up. And if you die, we're gonna wrap it up. Best of both worlds. Hannah Montana. Yep. Made that reference.
You get the best of both worlds. Well, when you come back, I might beat this level, maybe.
Fingers crossed. Bye.